what's going on in the neighborhood? Look like YouTube notifications ain't updated yet, so I'm gonna delay a little bit before I actually get started. Listen, need everybody to do me a favor. Like the show, share the show. Uh, Facebook put me in some jail, so I can't share nothing. But like the show. I want to kind of get into this real quick, and I'm not gonna be all day. Um, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on social media still, and it's going to trend for quite some time until the next football game or football season roll around and people kind of transition and forget about um, how the Jackson State season ended with Deion Sanders leaving to go to Colorado. However, there's something that I want to point to or point back to, that this question that was posed. So there was a game between Alabama State and Jackson State this year in Montgomery, where the team got to the stadium late. Coach Prime does his normal walk around the field as he do all the time. He walks through the Alabama State team practicing, but you'll see for yourself them bagging up into the view. He was trying to avoid them, and he doesn't go out and greet the coach. At the end of the game, there's a handshake exchange, and then there was some stuff that transpired. All right. It leads up to a press conference. In a press conference, Alabama State coach, who's never coached before but played in the NFL for 10 years for the Houston Oilers and Titans, and I don't even know who he is. And I watched the entire transition from Houston to Memphis to Nashville. And he told Coach Prime, he said to the audience that Coach Prime wasn't Swac. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to review that, but we're going to get into what is Swac. So before I get into Swac or who is Swac, right? What the hell does that mean to anybody? So of course, the SWAC means Southwestern Atlantic Conference. That's what SWAC means. All right. Right now, there's 12 teams in the SWAC. Before that, there was less teams in the SWAC as related to, the sports arena, right? So they added on some teams and grew the divisions, and it's a SWAC East and there's a SWAC West. Everybody knows that they have a headquarters in Birmingham, Alabama, where they also host their SWAC Media Day. It's always in Birmingham, Alabama. They play a celebration bowl between the MEAC, which is a different conference, that's in Atlanta. SWAC has a rich history of football. Great NFL legends come out of the SWAC from all the historical institutions. You have the Steve McNairs, which people may remember, right? Richard Dent's. Other word, that's at Tennessee State, but no, I'm sorry not to say Richard Dent, but Steve McNair will be the most notable person to come out of the SWAC, because everybody know who Steve McNair was. If you don't know who Steve McNair was, you're under a rock. But I'm saying Steve McNair for real, not Doug Williams. I'm saying Steve McNair because he's the closest to what people could remember as a pro football player. I'm saying that he's a prominent SWAC player because he was the highest drafted, period, point blank. Enos, who's a Hall of Fame cornerback, he played at Southern. He's from the SWAC. But I'm still going to say Steve McNair because Steve McNair, everybody remembers Steve McNair. All right. Then FCS school, they play in the Division I AA. The history go all the way back, y'all. I'm talking about into the 20s, right? At the beginning of all of this. It was just only a few schools at that time. I'm not going to get into the chronology. You can hit a wiki article, which I actually dropped in the bucket, and you can look up some of this. They got a lot of prominent coaches. You had programs leave the SWAC, go to other institutions, and come back into the SWAC, more notably, not necessarily leave the SWAC, I'm sorry. But you would have people join the SWAC that would come from other conferences, FAMU, right? And deal with it like that. So, my mind all over the place when I sound like I'm rambling. Now, and Bethune. So there's a long list. You can go get it, right? There were some early institutions in the 20s that were prominent on setting a platform, and then from there, things grew. So you got to know that history. Now, what does it mean to be Swac? We're going to see if we can understand what it means to be Swac in the videos, because to me, Swac is the Southwestern Athletic Conference, right? That was established in a certain period, had a bunch of great players come through those institutions earlier on, all the way up until the last person to really do it at a high level, especially in the pros, Steve McNair. Even with Enos and all the other Hall of Famers, they got Hall of Famers. The SWAC has a rich culture, right? But people asked me the other day, what does it mean when they say that Deion is not SWAC? Well, they're saying that he's not SWAC because he didn't come through the ranks of the Southwestern Atlantic Conference. They're saying that he's not SWAC because he went to a PWI institution. So he didn't come to a historically black college, play football in for a historical black college, graduate from a historical black institution in the Southwestern Atlantic Conference. So that would mean he is not SWAC according to them. Could he ever be SWAC? Right? Could he ever be SWAC? He's coaching in the SWAC. He got his kids in the SWAC. He winning games in the SWAC. Could he ever be SWAC? There's a line drawn in the sand, but no one who says that he isn't SWAC has never really fully defined what is SWAC. But a long time ago, I mean, not a long time ago, but 2.5 years ago, Off Script TV, he was covering the SWAC. In his earlier shows, when he would talk about HBCU sports, more in particular the SWAC, they told him that he didn't have enough SWAC hours because he didn't understand the SWAC or HBCU culture because he went to institutions outside of the SWAC. The SWAC athletically was not a conference that you would look at to watch a lot of football with. You had to be entrenched in it or to know about those schools in order to pay attention to what's going on in the SWAC. So they told Scotty that he wasn't SWAC. He didn't have enough SWAC hours. He didn't understand why there was such a big emphasis on the bands and not the football teams. People would come to the football games to see the bands. And after the bands played, they left the games at halftime. Well, since the emergence of Coach Prime and the success of Jackson State, people ain't leaving at halftime unless Jackson State kicking their ass. People are staying all 4 quarters and leaving at the end of the game or watching what they call, quote unquote, for the bands, the 5th quarter. So let me just give you a little brief example of what they mean by the 5th quarter. So there's a 0 quarter where the bands play before the game begins. They go back and forth, right, playing tunes. Then you got the 1st quarter, 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, 4th quarter of the football game. And then the 5th quarter is after the football game is over. The bands stay behind, and then they have another competition. They rank these competitive things. If your band don't show up, your band loses points. They rank the top rated bands, all of that. So there's a big emphasis on bands, and that's why you see the bands have a social media presence that the football teams don't have for some of these schools, still don't have for some of these schools, even with the emergence of Jackson State showing people how to use social media to prop up their institutions. All right. So let me share my screen. That's just giving you a summary. It's not the full gist of everything, but just a summary on who is SWAC. So let's go take a look at this 2-minute and 33-second interview after the JSU and ASU football game in Montgomery.
I guess me being up front is just like I thought it was a lot of disrespect the whole week. And so you're not going to be disrespectful the whole week in the media. We didn't talk in the pregame. I was out there the whole time at the 50-yard line. He walked through our whole our whole huddle on our end zone. He came a long way around and get to his side of the field in the pregame. Thought that wasn't classy at all. And so In the post game, I'm not about to give you the Obama bro hug. You know, I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna always be respectful and respect the game. You know, you got the great guys, W.C. Gordon, Eddie G. Robinson, those guys, Reno Chasm. I'm living on the shoulders of the Swac. He ain't Swac. You know, I'm Swac. He ain't Swac. So he's in the conference doing a great job. Can't knock that. Got a great team. Son should be up for the Heisman Trophy winner. I love Shador. Great player. I love what he's doing for the conference. Probably one of the best things we had since that Steve McNair when he was in there. Love all of that, but you're not gonna come here and disrespect me and my team and my school and then want to bro up. Shake my hand and get the hell on. Period. You got the W. Great job. I hope he comes back next year. I pray he don't get a Power 5 job. We can play them next year in Jackson, and I pray they put us for their damn home.
Coach, would you describe it? Were you just trying to pull away from his handshake there?
Yeah, I'm just pulling away. I mean, we handshaked and that was it. I mean, it ain't no need for no embrace. You know, we ain't friends. He ain't never called me. I ain't never called him. Great player. Everybody want to goddamn be prime time as a little kid. All right, great player, all of that. Played against him, got tons of respect for the guy. Doing a great job as a coach, but you can't do all that stuff all week. And then you come back, put your backup quarterback, and you want to run a hitch and go to try to put more points on the board. Shit's disrespect. Game was out of line, 26-12, 40 seconds left. We had no timeouts. Take a damn knee. You want to try to run a hitch and go. So we started blitzing. We're going to knock him out of the game, too. So that's how we got to play. I mean, it ain't no quarters given. So you want to do that, don't come with me and try to bro hug me like we friends. We ain't friends. You didn't shake my hand before the game. Why you shaking my hand after the game? Period. That's it.
One of the comments that kind of disturbed me out of all the comments that I'm not.
All right, so before I play this part, I need to give you the whole gist if I got it right here. Yeah. So I'm going to give you the response to after that. Now, here we go.
How's everybody? All right. Handshake. I walked up to. My exact words was, "Hey man, you had him ready to play. Good game," and shook hands and tried to embrace, and he pushed off. That was it.
Do you think that there were any reasons for him doing that?
I don't know. It could be a plethora of things. I think he thought he was going to get a win. I don't know why he would have ever thought that. I did hear his interview where he said that I came out and ran around the field. All of the people that's been with me for years, even playing in the NFL, I always come out the locker room and run around the field. That's my tradition. That's what I do. That wasn't nothing personal to invoke any riotous act against them. That's not who I am. That's not what I stand for. That's not what I'm about. Secondly, he also said I didn't come to greet him in the center of the field. I don't know if you understand. We got here very late. So that expedited our whole process of preparation. So now we're in line. Let's go get it. And I'm not one to go find the coach. Coach Dancy is one of my dudes. I don't recall going to greet Coach Dancy the last time we played at home against Mississippi Valley. And that is my dog. So I don't know what he was thinking that I was going to be. And then I heard him also spew out comments of what did I say leading up to the week. I think I was a darn good salesman leading up to the week. Did we sell the game out?
Well,
Did we sell the game out? Yes or no?
Yes.
Have they ever been sold out here? So I thought I did my job. I thought I should be applauded. Really?
Coach, you often talk about dominating your opponent.
I tried to.
But do you feel like you dominated Alabama?
No, we weren't dominant today. We won.
Okay.
Yeah, we won. Sometimes it don't go like you desire to go, but we got the W. I'm proud of that.
Right. And you got 40 seconds left in the ball game, and yet you're trying to put points up on them.
Well, you got to understand, we put a backup quarterback in, and that kid works his butt off, and they're blitzing. You got 9 in the box,
Right.
and they're coming. So I got a running back that just got in the game. He's cold, and they got 9 in the box, and they're coming. So don't I want to protect my players as well? And what about the countless number of timeouts that you just called? Tell me something as a coach. So when the other team is trying to score on you, you don't supposed to try to score on them. And one of the comments that kind of disturbed me out of all the comments is that I'm not Swac. Who is? I got time today. Who is Swac? If I ain't Swac, who is Swac? If I ain't Swac, who is Swac? if I ain't Swac? Who is Swac? Baby, who is? And I am a whole lot of things that a lot of folks would like to be. Oh, Prime, preach. Preach. I'm going on there. Thank you. Let's go preach there. Morgan.
All right, so there you go. You have the conversation between two coaches. One says he ain't Swac, and he is, and I kind of give y'all a breakdown of that. So let me move a little bit forward. I want to again take you backwards to bring you forward. And shout out to my brother Cut Day, because he was thinking how I was thinking, but he's so good with all of this that he put this together and released it earlier today. And I gave him a comment on his stream because I was thinking the same thing.
Instead of a predominant coordinator or assistant not getting that high coaching job in the PWIs, are we able to come back home to HBCUs and giving those opportunities, even though this is the first one?
We got to change the game, no? If we keep doing the same old stuff, we're going to keep getting the things we always got. It's a cycle. I don't know if you've seen it. Like, check the resumes. Some of the coaches have been here. It's a cycle. So I don't mind, because some of these coaches are really good. They're really good. They just haven't been able to get the shine and go to the next level. What are their dreams? Are their dreams is to coach HBCUs for the rest of their life, or are their dreams to go on beyond and make a mark for themselves elsewhere? Now, if this is your dream, I understand. It's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But if it's not, how can we help you? How can we help you to get to some of the placement agencies that get your name in the hat? So when a job is available, your name, we could say, I'm going to ride with it. So when a job is available, we're able to get in that hat and get an opportunity. What is that? What about inside your staff? You should be growing your staff. Mm-hmm. So when has anybody on your staff matriculated to the next level? Are you pushing them?
That tree.
Yeah. Or do you want to be Michael with the Jacksons? Come on.
Ain't nobody talking about you, Otis.
Right. To get Tito to Mike every once in a while. Let him do his thing. So we all should come up together, man. We all should be helping and blessing one another.
All right, so the reason for this video was just simply that. But prior to this, Scotty had took some shots at Coach Prime and turned around and got some information and apologized. The apology led to Scotty meeting his idol, which is Deion Sanders, which got this interview, which broke his channel wide open and changed a lot for him in his life and his path. Now he's doing what he wanted to do. He's happy. He's in a space and he's building, and he continues to do what he does. And he's a hell of a troll. So Scotty is off script, as you can see on the right-hand side next to Prime. Now, this was a big deal because this orchestrates the whole Swac thing, right? I just told you what it was, how it is, and what the expectations are. However, you just seen the exchange between Coach Prime and Eddie Robinson. So today, Vincent Dancy, a Jackson State alum, a Jackson State football player, ex-football player, coach at Mississippi Valley State, joins Deion Sanders, Coach Prime in Colorado. He leaves his job at Mississippi Valley State as a head coach to go become an analyst for Colorado and $230,000 a year, where he was not making that kind of money at Mississippi Valley. He was making under 100, probably 60 or 70. Who knows what he actually was making? But he's a damn good coach, but never had resources behind him. So he leaves to join the Colorado staff. This guy is a Swac guy through and through. He went to Jackson State, played at Jackson State, graduated Jackson State, went to Mississippi, however he got to Mississippi Valley, he got there. He joins the team. You know, people already knew about the news earlier on. It broke for other people earlier today, but it is what it is. He's had some good defenses, a whole lot of stuff going on. See, that's Swac. When people say Prime ain't Swac, this Swac, right? No one knows the relationship between the two of them, right? But ever since Coach Prime came into the Swac, Coach Dancy and Coach Prime had always been cool and had a relationship. When Coach Dancy wasn't being supported by his school, Coach Prime went out of his way to link up with Coach Dancy to get some things done for Mississippi Valley. Mississippi Valley, I heard, kind of reprimanded Dancy. I don't know how true that is, but they kind of reprimanded Dancy by going behind, you know, mad because he went behind their back and Prime helped his dog out. You heard Coach Prime in his presser talk about how Coach Dancy is his dog. This is Swac, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about big time Swac. I'm talking about reaching back to pull your brother out of a whole Swac and put him on and elevate his family and give him a pay raise and upgrade Swac. That's Swac. And whoever wants to argue that he is not that, where's your evidence that says otherwise? Because how many people you know that has left the Swac, elevated to other positions, and then reach back and pull people out of the Swac into those positions? It happens all the time with alumni. Ain't that what alumni do? Those executive alumni, they come back and they get these kids that graduate looking for interns, give them opportunities so they can go into these fields and be successful young women and men. Ain't that what your alumni do? No, Prime didn't graduate from Jackson State. He was given the opportunity to coach at Jackson State. He took a Jackson State, a Jacksonian, ladies and gentlemen, because dance is local, a Jacksonian, and elevated his career, as would all Jackson State alum want him to do or want others to continue to do, because that is something that Jacksonians, the I love, take pride in. Reaching back and elevating. That's Swac. Because it ain't just at Jackson State. It's at FAMU. One of them engineers got in contact with one of the football players to do what? To elevate one of the football players who wasn't going to go pro. Elevate him into the engineering program. Right? That's Swac. How many people do you know reaching back? If you ain't even affiliated with the Swac, all right, cool. But how many people you know has elevated and reached back? That number's very low. But alumni in the SWAC conference and at HBCUs always pride themselves in creating opportunities for undergrads so that they can get into the corporate fields, be successful, because that makes their institutions look good and it keeps them elevating academically and enrollment up, because they know when they go through all of that headache and pain for 4 years that they're going to have an opportunity within the alumni program that's going to open the door for them to do what they need to do and not be left out struggling. At PWIs, Black people don't get those type of opportunities. Absolutely facts. We know that. Some do, some do not. There's more that don't than do. You don't have PWI alums reaching back for certain individual people to elevate them and pull them up like you do at HBCUs. That's what you get when you are a part of the culture. Prime came and assimilated himself into the culture. And it just so happened that the majority of the culture are things that he was already a part of and associated with. So he walks into all of that. I don't care about all the he say, she say, the minute dramas. Oh, he wanted to have full control to control the net, yada yada. All that's bull. I had to say it like that. It's all bull. The truth of the matter is the fact that a coach got an opportunity because of an institution and went back and grabbed somebody that was at another institution that has a whole relationship for the institution that he just left from. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get a Jacksonian. I'm going to get Coach Danzig. I'm going to elevate Coach Danzig. I'm going to help him build himself up to create other opportunities for him so that when he returns to coaching, he would have a better opportunity than what he had at Mississippi Valley State. And then when he gets that opportunity, we're going to see the best college football coach in Coach Danzig, because that's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to Colorado to soak up game. As much game as he soaks up, if it's going to progress into a bigger role. When it progresses into a bigger role, he's going to have an opportunity to return to coaching as a head coach, not an analyst or position coach. And he will run his team, and it's going to look a whole lot better for him because of the experience and knowledge that he gained. All off of, guess what? A.D. Ashley Robinson creating an opportunity for Coach Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. From that opportunity, it leaked back to a Jacksonian who just so happened to be at Mississippi Valley State, and that sprinkled down to that person. But it don't stop there, because it's said to believe that there will be another person that will be joining the staff that was a part of his previous staff. We don't know. It's a wait and see. We don't know if he's trying to create opportunities for other coaches that are at other institutions as well. So for the people who said that Coach Prime is not Swac, are you doing what he just did for somebody who is Swac, baby? Now, I told y'all I'm not going to be long, so I'm going to end on this note, and y'all have some fun with me.
Swac. If ain't Swac, who is Swac? If ain't Swac, who is Swac? If I ain't Swac. Who is Swac? Baby, who is Swac? Who is? Who is Swac? Oh, right. I wake up motivated. 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 I wake up trying to bless somebody, inspire somebody, encourage somebody, help somebody to the next level. I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. Who is Swac? If ain't Swac, who is Swac? If ain't Swac, who is Swac? Ain't Swac. Who is Swac? If I ain't Swac. Who is Swac? Baby, who is Swac? Who is? Who is Swac? I wake up motivated. I am a whole lot of things that a lot of folks would like to do. And somebody had the audacity to sit up here and say what I ain't. But baby, I know what I am. Who is Swac? If ain't Swac, who is Swac? If ain't Swac,
it's my shit.
Who is Swac? If ain't Swac, who is Swac? If ain't Swac, who is Swac? If I ain't Swac. Who is Swac? Baby, who is Swac? Who is? Who is Swac? Oh, right. I wake up motivated. 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 I wake up trying to bless somebody, inspire somebody, encourage somebody, help somebody to the next level. I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. Who is Swac? If ain't Swac, who is Swac? If ain't Swac,
Come on, man. if he ain't Swac, then who is Swac? Because he just outdid everybody with that power move. Going to a school. Let me tell you just before, I know I'm ending. What he did was take a team that was at the bottom of the Swac conference. He took their head coach. The team was losing all the way to the end of the season. They only got like 2 wins. 2 wins, y'all. They were like 2-9. And if the ball went another way in one of those games, they could have been 1-9. I mean, 1-10. He took the coach from the worst team in the SWAC East and elevated him. And he did exactly what he said in the press conference. I wake up trying to bless somebody, help somebody, motivate somebody, raise somebody up. Everything that he said in there, who was SWAC, he just did it again. Not only his players, you can't say it was just for Jackson State players. No, he went to Mississippi Valley State and got somebody and raised them up because he got time today. That's SWAC. Teddy said, Sean, did you hear about the New Mexico player? No. I ain't even been paying attention. New Mexico football player? What happened? What I'm looking for? What I'm looking for? I'll wait to see what you say. I mean, if anybody opposes the fact that if anybody want to say that he ain't SWAC, I mean, you can feel free to, handle your business. Kenny, you late, bro. You have to catch the replay. But Teddy, what you talking about the New Mexico player? Did you killed or something? I still don't see. It's been a little delay. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm waiting to see. What happened today? That boy is not responding at all, boy. Watch, he gonna try to send me something on my Facebook instead of just saying what it was. I think I got it in the description. Keenan, he had to pop somebody because he was set up. Oh. Police, New Mexico State player lured to campus. 1 killed, 1 injured in a campus shooting. You talking about that? That was on the 20th of November. So details emerge in New Mexico State basketball shooting. This was 6 hours ago. It says a fatal shooting rocked New Mexico State basketball. Now video and details emerge. It says video released this week of details of a fatal shooting last month. According to police, an exchange of gunfire in the early hours of November 19th left Aggies forward Mike Peck hospitalized with a gunshot wound to his leg and resulted in the death of a University of Mexico student. 2 other UNM students alleged to have been involved in the incident. One of them, a 17-year-old girl, was arrested and charged with a connection with what police prescribed as a planned assault on Peck, meant to serve as retribution for previous incidents of violence. The video shared to El Paso appears to confirm an element of accounts of incidents provided to police by the arrestees, including student, the 19-year-old Jonathan Smith. In the video, Pick and the girl appeared to be shown walking near a campus building when 3 people approached and one of them points a gun at Peck's head. Another assailant hits Peck in the leg from behind with a baseball bat, at which point Peck starts to run away, pulls out a gun, and fires at the person who had pointed the gun at him. That person, identified 19-year-old student Brandon Travis, fires back before eventually crumbling to the ground. He was later pronounced dead. Peck, 21, is shown limping back a few paces toward the scene and retrieve an item he dropped, said police on a computer tablet. He then leaves the area, hopping on his non-injured leg. Having been shot in the leg, Peck was hospitalized and reported multiple surgeries. He has not been charged, considering his actions during the fatal incident, which took place at 3 a.m., and has been deemed self-defense. The incident took place hours before visiting New Mexico State University. Aggies were set to play UNM Lobos. Oh, wow. He a basketball player, was set to play basketball. It says here that the girl subsequently told police she lured him onto her campus at the behest of Travis Smith and a third student, yet unidentified. The three were said to have believed Peck had been part of a group of New Mexico State students who assaulted them during an October football game between the Lobos and Aggies, and all this shit over a game. Somebody is dead over an assumption that he was a part of a group of people who assaulted them at a football game. And they used the female to do it. Cold game, bro. Cold game. There was players or people that were suspended from the incident that transpired or took place. But it's unfortunate. Boy, they know how to get, hey, when they want to get you, boy, they sure know your weakness. They'll put that little cute girl on you in a heartbeat. They'll put a cute girl on you in a heartbeat. And suckers fall for it every time. So, yeah, man, that's sad, man. You kind of got me off track from my who is Swac. You know what I'm talking about? But, yeah, they're reporting that in the Washington Post, which is what I just read. And it is what it is at that point. But, you know, it's sad. Unfortunately, I need to move on from that. Let y'all know, like, look, man, I really want somebody to tell me how he ain't Swac. The move he just made with bringing dancing on is the definition of Swac. If y'all were to ever define what is Swac.
Who is? I got time today. Who is Swac? If I ain't Swac, who is Swac? If I ain't Swac, who is Swac? If I ain't Swac, who is Swac? Baby, who is? What more?
Hey guys, Tolly Car, Montgomery, Alabama just wrapped up.
You heard him. Who is Swac? If I ain't Swac. We out. Enjoy y'all evening.